Hello, Valentine. Welcome to the channel. My name is Chetan. I'm going to be interviewing you today. Thank you so much for taking your time out. And with that said, we're looking for a Scrum Master who is very dynamic, who can handle requirements all the way from the backlog, all the way till the release cycle, and who can also help in a safe environment, who has experience working with multiple teams. And that's the person we're looking for this particular role. With that said, Valentine, in this interview, I'm going to judge your skills if your skills match this role. With that said, let's get started. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much for that question. My name is Valentine. I have about 5 years experience in this industry. I started my career with the customer support service officer when I I worked my way up to being a Scrum Master with the Canadian Tire. So at Canadian Tire, I actually helped the company in their transition from the waterfall into Agile and actually coach them, teach them, mentor them in the adoption of Agile principles and Agile practices. So I also work in that company with a team of developers to build an application interface that help the company to be able to make their business decisions and their services. So from there, I moved to my next role with the Royal Bank of Canada, where I work with a team of developers. It was a safe environment when I worked with two teams, one onshore team and one offshore team. So we actually collaborate with the release train engineer, and I was part of the Agile release train. So from there, I moved to my most recent position, which is TransLink British Columbia. TransLink is a transport company where I help them in facilitating all the Scrum ceremonies, starting from the spring planning meeting, daily stand-up, spring review, spring retrospective, backlog refinement, spring demo. I also remove all the impediments and all the roadblocks. I stopping the team from delivering value. I also use the Scrum, the Scrum metrics and to track down and monitor the progress of my team, like the velocity metrics, burn down chart, burn up chart, the commitment reliability metrics, the 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 capacity utilization metrics, the scope change, and the defect leakage metrics. So I also assist the PO in the prioritization of the backlog, breaking down story, assigning story points, using the adjusted Fibonacci sequence. So I also resolve conflict among multiple teams. I facilitated meetings with the team members, with the PO, and showcase the progress of the team to the stakeholders. So I create an environment where my team can deliver value and achieve the product goal. I also handle transparency between the team and the stakeholders. Thank you.
Great, fantastic, powerful introduction. Love the introduction. Now, talk to me. So, you mentioned that you work all the way from a customer service all the way to a Scrum Master. How was that journey like? How did that happen?
Actually, yeah, I began as a customer support. Then actually I heard about Agile. Then I became interested. I started studying it. Then by the time that I was with Canadian Tire, I was the only person who was actually Agile certified. So I was integrated by the company. I was internally trained by the company. Then I became the Scrum Master for that company and started working.
Great, fantastic. Actually, that's how I started my journey. So, that's great to know. So, now what did you do exactly? What was the team structure like, and what did you exactly do in for the team? What kind of products you were building? Talk to me about the product, about the team structure, about the project.
Okay, actually, this was the team structure that we had was actually made up of 6 developers, the multiple testers, multiple QAs, and then we have the product owner and myself, the Scrum Master. And the product that we were working on was an application that we were building with the team, and this application will help the company to be able to manage their business decisions very well and be able to deliver their services and track down all the activities of the company and stuff like that. So it was just to enhance the company activities and ensure that they deliver business in a timely manner.
Great, fantastic. What about your current role? What's the team structure like? What product are you building in your current role?
In my current position, I work with TransLink. So this company, they actually building an application interface that it will help the customers to be able to track down the position of their buses and their train in the real time, be able to figure out the time where they can book their buses and train and be able to know if they are late or not for the appointments. So this application will really help the customer in this direction.
So is it a safe environment? Is it like a, how many teams you have? Do you have a release train and things like that?
No, actually, it was my previous company that I worked with a safe environment that had two teams, but this one is not a safe environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your experience in SAFE. What have you done in SAFE? What was your role in the SAFE planning meetings? Talk to me about your understanding of SAFE.
Actually, safe is scale agile that is like practicing in agile in the enterprise level. So in Save you have multiple teams that are working together trying to deliver output that is at the end integrated that output in order to deliver, like the multiple teams are working together to achieve the same output. So actually my team, I was a member of my team, and also the Scrum Master on my team are also participating in other teams like in the Scrum meetings where the Scrum Master get together in order to resolve their dependency among the teams. So in the say if you have the at the top level you have the portfolio and you have the program that is managed by the product managers and then the business analysts, and then at the bottom, the team level, you have the Scrum Master, the PO, the product owner. So at the program level, the release train engineer is actually like the boss of the Scrum Master, who is actually working, like trying to mentor the Scrum Masters, while the program manager is like the person who is mentoring the product owner at the team's level. So they work like that. And then when we meet together for our PI planning meeting, we actually have that understanding about all the team together. They get to know each other, and then they figure out what the whole program increment they're gonna do. So they have two time box. The PI plan the program increment time box that is between 8 to 12 weeks, but regularly they go with 10 weeks. And then you have the inside, you have the iterations, which is two weeks of iteration where the team they bring out the work from the PI planning meeting, and then they break it down to their teams during the teams breakout, and then they actually put they bring out the work and they put in their team's backlog, then they
Mhm.
bring it from there and then they do their iterations, to do iterations. But at the end of the stuff, they do what we call PI, the innovation and planning
Mhm.
meeting, where they actually plan for what is going to be taking place in the upcoming PI planning meeting. So I facilitated breakout rooms. I facilitated in my team, I facilitated the normal Scrum as the Scrum Master or the ceremonies, and
Mhm.
also work in collaboration with other team Scrum Masters of other teams, and then with the release train engineer and just yeah. So that is how we do our meetings in the safe environment.
Great. And how many days is your PI planning generally?
It's a 2 days event that we always miss 2 days for 2 days and do this planning together.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And walk me through the PI planning in like focus. So how does it start? What happens in the beginning all the way till the end? Because PI planning is the heart of the safe, right? That's what they
Yes.
say. So walk me through the PI planning because we have PI plannings in our company as well, and they are very extensive. And we need Scrum Master. Basically, he or she has to know the PI planning very very well, right? So walk me through the PI planning in focus. What happens in the beginning all the way till the end?
Okay. So from the beginning, you have like the only difference between the PI planning and then Scrum is the only difference is like they practice the PI plan. That's the only difference between Safe and the Scrum is the PI planning. So
No,
in
no,
the
no,
beginning,
no, 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 no. Don't go that route. Don't go that route. Don't go that route. That's not the right way to answer it. Uh, don't make comparisons between the two. Don't make compare. There is a lot of differences, not just that one. So how you will answer this question is in the PI planning. See, this is what we are doing in the PI planning. The business is the first thing that happens in the PI planning is the business comes on the table every morning. The first thing in the morning, the business comes, they give you their vision, they give your teams their vision, right? They tell you, hey, this is what we are building, this is why we are building it, this is the product, this is how it's going to help customers, this is what our competitors are doing. So they give you that vision. Hey, this is the product, this is the competition, this is what we are building. They give you a clarity on what you need to build, what your teams need to build. Once they give you the clarity, that's the first half of the day. The second half of the day is breakout rooms, where you go in breakout rooms, you manage the features and the epics that you have, you break them down into user stories, you know lay them out in sprint, this sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4, sprint 5 for the next 12 weeks. You lay them out, and that is what you are going to do. Not only that, in the second half of the day, you are also planning out your dependencies and your risks. Your dependencies and your risks. And then the second day, when you, early morning you come in, that's when each scrum master will go on the main screen and they will tell the whole program their dependency and their risk. Hello team, I'm the scrum master of this team, this is the dependency we have, this is the risk we have. And after they plan that out, they will not only plan, they will not only announce it to everyone, they will try to resolve it. So when you are planning out dependencies during the PI planning in the sprint on Jira, you will attach your dependency to the different team that you have a dependency on. So their Scrum Master know that, hey, we are coming out of the PI planning. This team has a dependency on my team has a dependency on this team. These are the risks. So that's the whole focus of the PI planning. And then once you guys do that successfully, then the PI planning is the ending session. The business comes back again, the teams come back again, they do closing ceremonies, they do, hey, this is what we are going to be building, this is the product, so and so, so and so, so and so. Okay, so that is how the pipeline goes. So that I want you to explain that whole thing all the way from start all the way to the end.
Okay, so actually what we do is like during the we meet together, like the beginning is to let the team to get to know what is going on, what they need to do, like to let them know the requirements and stuff like that. So they need to know what they need to do right during the PI, during the whole execution. So during after having that clarity about what they need to do, and then actually they go down to to their breakout rooms, and then actually partition it into different sprints, sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4, sprint 5. So after when all that is done, and then the Scrum Master is going to now also that is the second part of it. So the third part of it is about talk about their risks and their dependency. So what are the risks involved? What are the dependency involved? And stuff like that. And then when the Scrum Master gets all that in place, then the next day, next morning, the Scrum Master is going to open his board, and then he will look at all those, everything that is in play, look at the embedded. So you announce it to the team, like I'm the Scrum Master of this team. So this is our dependency, this is our risks that we have. But not only saying that to them, but you also go along and then resolve them and resolve the dependency for the team. And then they will be into like share information and share all those things together. So making sure that all the things are resolved.
Yeah, practice more. Okay, practice this question more.
Okay.
The video I shared with you, right?
Yes.
Yes, that video has all these answers. So practice this answer more. It's very important because PI planning is the heart of the safe. Okay, all right.
Okay.
So okay, so that's amazing. Now, who do you report to in your team?
I report to the release training engineer.
Yeah, you can say release engineer, program manager.
The
It's okay.
program manager.
Release to engineer is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But currently you're working in a non-safe environment. So who are you reporting to right now? Release to engineer is only in a safe environment. Who are you reporting to right now?
Right now, I report to my to the product owner.
No,
to the hiring manager,
no. Director. Just say director. Director of IT.
the director of IT.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. Okay, great. So that's amazing. That's great to know. You know, you had a very strong introduction, good safe questions, good basic understanding of everything that goes on. Talk to me about a time how you handled a conflict with a fellow Scrum Master.
Thank you so much. The time I handled a conflict with a fellow Scrum Master, it was during this hiring process when this Scrum Masters, a newly hired Scrum Master was hired, and then he get paired together with this experienced guy who has been in the company for so many years. So
No. Where are you going? Where are you going? No. Scrum Master, not a developer. Scrum Master, fellow Scrum Master. How did you handle a conflict with a fellow Scrum Master? You're going to a developer, the developer answer I gave you. No, don't go there. Fellow Scrum Master. How did you handle the conflict with the fellow Scrum Master?
okay, the way I do handle conflict with my fellow Scrum Master is actually by getting getting that understanding. Like it was a time when I actually in my organization I actually had this I had to get to I have to get that the Scrum Master of this team in order to help me with a dependency that my story, one of my story was actually having dependency of
Mhm,
the story of his team.
mhm,
So actually he was actually resisting. He was not actually giving me a clarity on that. And we had a kind of discussion that was a little bit like an argument. And then at the end of the day, I tried to listen to him. And actually he explained to me that he was actually having a dependency also with another team that
mhm,
was actually based on that story, and he was waiting for that to be resolved before
mhm,
you can actually help me out. So I will listen to each other, and then we create a channel of communication that we're able to track that, and then we'll get it attached on Jira, and
mhm,
then we were able to resolve that issue. So that's
mhm,
how we handle it together.
mhm. Great, great. Awesome. Could be done better. Could be done better, but very good. Not bad at all. Now, talk to me about estimation. How do you do estimations in Agile in your experience?
The way we do estimation in my organization is using the story pointing. So we use the what we call the adjusted Fibonacci sequence, where we do our we play the game, and then we actually, after the developers have played the game, when the link is shared to them, they play the game, and then we come out with a balance. We try to figure out a balance, and then when that is obtained, then we go and then assign that story with that story point. So that is the way we do our estimation in our company.
Okay. And why do we use story points but not hours?
Actually, with story pointing, it is actually advantageous. With I say best, actually the best way. Some organizations they're using hours, but most organizations are using story pointing because it's actually the best. As it led to an increase in the velocity. It gets the work to be done faster. Get work
Mhm,
done faster. It actually get that solidification with the definition of done. And also it promote an environment for discussion, communication among the team when they're actually communicating to get this story, to assign this story points. So actually create that environment where the team can share together, communicate, have understanding of the stories.
mhm.
So that's
Awesome.
why I think, yeah.
Yeah. And it also it creates an environment of collaboration, but it also factors in the complexity and the risk that might be involved with any story. Hours don't do fair justice in calculating complexity and risk and developer experience in the calculation part, in the estimation part. Okay, so
Okay.
complexity, risk, discussion, all these are important benefits that story points bring to the table. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Complexity
Yeah,
and
yeah,
risk. Okay.
yeah. Good
Okay.
answer on though. Okay, so yeah, so talk to me about a time when. So, what did you learn in your last retrospective? Give me a specific example that you learned in your last retrospective.
In actually, what I actually learned in my last retrospective is actually, uh, I was able to, since we actually try to make it very innovative and very creative, actually had that opportunity to get to know my team members really well, because we create what at the end we create what we call like the cultural hour, last hour, where we try to interact, like to explore the culture of the team members and get them involved and know each other in the deeper way. So with that, I get more used to and more build that relationship more with my team members, because it was not only focused on retrospective, but also create that channel where the whole team can get more interactive together and get to
No,
know each other better.
no, no, no. What did you learn? What did you implement from your last retrospective? What was the action item that you took from your last retrospective?
Okay. From my last retrospective, the action item, the what I learned from my last retrospective is actually we were able to learn, were able to learn, discover that actually what was the some of the weak points that we were having during the spring. For example, we actually we actually we were actually not committing to to actually, we're actually not following up with the some of the some of the develop actually we were not committing to the stories that the amount of stories that it was we were supposed to commit to based
Mhm,
on our average velocity. So we actually was like we actually were over committing. So, but during spring planning meeting, during the retrospective,
mhm,
we try to bring that up, and then we discover that we were over committing, and then
mhm,
we try to learn from it, that from the henceforth for the next upcoming spring, we're actually going to focus on that and make sure that we commit only to the amount of work that we'll be able to complete by the end
mhm,
of the spring.
mhm. Um, no, you can do better. You can do better. So what you can say here is that, so see, this is the thing. You need to give me a specific example of what you improved. With the example you gave, it was okay, but you can do better. You can give more examples. Like our estimation part was not proper. We were estimating, we were giving something was 2 story points, we were giving it 5 story points. Our estimation was weak, and we realized that, and we discussed that, and we brought it up, and we decided that from the next sprint onwards, we are going to do a proper estimation, proper discussion around each user story. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can actually give more example, right? Like to
Yeah,
say many things that you learn from during the spring.
yeah.
Okay, so I can say like what actually some of the things I learned during my retrospective is like during the spring, the spring, I actually learned about uh some of the issues that we were able to improve on our estimation. Like
Mhm,
we discovered that we didn't actually did a good estimation, or we were not actually
mhm,
doing well with our velocity. So
mhm,
that was what I learned. And then moving forward, we are going to implement that for the next upcoming spring. I also learned about the participation during our estimation time, because
mhm,
some of the team members were kind of quiet during estimation, and
mhm,
then by calling them by their name and then making them to actually turn on their cameras and calling them by their name to participate. So it was actually something that I learned to get the team to get involved during the estimation. So those are some of the things I learned during our sprint.
Yeah. I wouldn't say calling people out by their names would be a good idea. You don't pinpoint anybody. You don't call people out by their names individual. You never pinpoint an individual person in front of the team. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
You never pinpoint one person in front of the team. You never pinpoint one individual during a team meeting. You always do one-on-ones, one-on-ones. If you have something to say to someone, you do one-on-one. So you can say that the team was not speaking. Some people in the team were not speaking. So I had a one-on-one with those team members, explain to them the importance of participation in the team meetings. Make sense?
One-on-one. Okay.
Yeah. Do one-on-ones and then explain to them the importance of participation. That's what you, because that's your role as a coach, as a mentor. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Explain to them the importance of participation.
Yeah.
And
And
taking one. Okay.
and what their role, what the value their role brings to the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will show that you are doing your role as a coach, as a mentor, as a scrum master, as a facilitator. You are doing a good job because you are
Okay.
coaching them, you are telling them the value of their role, you're seeing, observing, you're being a good facilitator, you're making sure everyone is participating. So you are a powerful scrum master. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So talk to me about uh, yeah. How did you add value to your team in the past? Give me just a moment. Give me just a moment. So how did you add value to your team in the past?
Actually, in my organization, the way I add value to my team is actually you do this all the Scrum ceremonies. The whole thing is about the whole Scrum is about delivering value, and for me to make sure that I deliver that value to the team and to the company, I actually need to actually make sure I do a good actually perform my role well as a Scrum Master. So performing my role well is through like facilitating all the meetings correctly. I actually organizing those meetings that I need to organize them correctly on time, proactively, actually coaching the team, resolving all those impediments that I need to resolve, actually creating that transparency and collaboration among my team. So that is the way that I actually make sure I do my job well and actually make sure that the team is delivering value. So the focus is on delivering value. As my team is delivering high business value, actually means that I am actually contributing high value to the team to assist them deliver value.
Okay, what are some of the ways you help them deliver value?
But through my participation, inviting them for meeting, participation in the meeting, encouraging collaboration among meetings, encouraging their involvement, their participation in meetings. During retrospective, I try to find out like what actually we need to do in order to improve, in order to grow, in order to deliver more value. So actually working with the team together, creating that atmosphere we can continually improve, continually grow as a team. Yeah.
What other ways? What other ways do you support team growth and help them become a better team?
So building a good relationship among the team, building a good relationship with the team members, with all the team, so it makes them to actually get that transparency among them to grow. So the more they know each other, the more the team is transparent, the more there is that communication among the team, the more that the team is going to grow and gain more value, the more that they can even work without the Scrum Master present. So I make them to have become matured and actually continuously deliver value in such a way that even if I'm not there, the team can still function, they can still remove their own impediment, they can still facilitate their own meetings, can still get things done without me. So a way actually I do to deliver value to my team.
Yeah, it's called building self-organizing teams. So use that word, self-organizing.
Building self-organizing and then cross-functioning teams.
Yes, there we go. Okay. So that's great. See, the thing is this, right? The answers you are giving, they are good, but they are not great. In this market, there is a lot of competition and there is a lot of scammers. There's a lot of people teaching people, oh, do this interview, do this. The thing is that to win, you have to be great. Okay, your answers have to be powerful. They have to be rooted in reality. Okay, they have to be different from all the other people that are getting passed out from these fake scammers. They have to be different. To do that, you have to practice over and over, and you have to make better answers by looking for your answer. So this answer that you gave me, it's a good answer, but can you make it better? Yes. You need to watch the YouTube video that I'll share with you today. For this just this one answer, I'll share a YouTube video with you. You watch that video and you improve this answer, okay?
Okay.
And this, I'm recording this, so you can watch this again and you can see which of your answers are weak and you can improve them. The answers are good, but they are not great. If you are good, you are competing with 1,000 other people, 8,000 other people, 10,000 other people. If you are great, you are only competing with 3 or 4 that are coming out of my group. That's it. Okay, so now talk to me about, so my meeting is about to end in less than a minute. But let's see if it ends, then I'll send you a new link. We can start again.
Okay.